Dame Dash has been beefing with Charlamagne for a long time. You know, in this situation, speaking about Charlamagne defending Rock Nation the way he does, why does he defend Rock Nation the way he does? And it's just Dame Dash being Dame, family. Let's check it out.
And by the way, Charlemagne's OG, he comes from gossip, from being a man that talks in a woman's tongue. You understand? Like, if Wendy Williams walks in the room with Charlamagne, people would assume that's her gay husband, allegedly. You understand what I mean? Like when she walks in the room, Charlamagne was her little man. You know, so how is Wendy Williams' little man gonna be credible or trustworthy? Especially allegedly after all the things he has on his jacket. And then how would we trust another DJ that also has things on their jacket? They're all being, like, to me, if I'm on the radio, right?
Okay.
And I've done violations that could possibly.
First of all, family, I do got a question. How is he getting a haircut with a hat on?
What?
Like, family, he joins an epic club. The barber is even waving off somebody. Did you notice? Somebody was like maybe about to come into the frame.
And I've done violations.
Look, he waving them off. He did the no look wave off. That's fire. He did the no look. He waving them off, but he's still looking at Dame. He's getting a haircut with a hat on. Family, you know, we got to pull up the GOAT of haircuts with hats. My dog, Papoose. Papoose did it first. Haircut with the hat on. You never seen nothing like it. Facts. Dang, haircut, hat on. You talking wild about Charlotte. Let's listen again.
I've done violations that could possibly get me arrested, and both of them do to me. Then that means they're more than likely going to have to cooperate with whoever tells them what to do to stay free, allegedly. So if you look at the things they're accused of, and the fact that when usually people get accused of things like that, they get fired until further notice. Until you're proven innocent, you should not be up there.
Now, family, here go the thing. You know, I hate to say it, but Dame is just overly yapping. Charlamagne has been acquitted of any charges. Matter of fact, in this grape situation he's speaking about, it was you know, I'm sure you know the story by now. Long story short, you know, somebody at his party did violate a young lady. It wasn't Charlamagne, but he took responsibility because he was the person throwing the party. I don't know why he did it. He was still stupid at the time. Okay? Now, you got Dame Dash bringing it up now as if, you know, this was before Charlamagne was anywhere near where he's at now. This was something that happened, you know, at the beginning, early stages of his radio career. You know, you got Dame bringing it up now as if these things haven't already been handled. They were over probably 2 decades ago now, literally.
Because what if it's true and all this propaganda that they're saying that you're spreading is actually really propaganda? You would have, there's exposure there. So when I see that people are accused of stuff and everybody corporate still fucks with them, that means there's a lot of cooperation going on. And that's logical. How do you get a rape and don't get fired? You know, I don't get it. How do you get accused of robbing people and the feds are talking about you in the same sentence as a RICO, allegedly, Envy, and you still up there talking and nobody stops you?
Just to give you a quick 10-second update, DJ Envy was involved. Well, he allegedly was scammed as well, but he was selling houses with a guy named Caesar Pina. Caesar Pina was essentially robbing people, and he was partners with DJ Envy. So, you know, with them being partners, a lot of people lumped him into some of the scams that Caesar was doing as well. Currently, no charges have been filed against DJ Envy as far as scamming people with Caesar Pina. And it was like houses for flip or something like that, New Jersey flipping or something like that. You know what I'm talking about. Drop it in the comments.
Don't work for Rock Nation, that you're not biased, but then we look at paperwork and it says that you're a part of a casino, but you telling people that there's nothing wrong with a casino, but you're not telling them it's because you might have some money in that. How could you trust anybody moving forward? You have to be logical. It's just logic. There's no emotion here.
So they were talking about buying your life rights.
because they rejected the bankruptcy.
No.
Wait, nigga, the barber doing the interview? What the f? This nigga is talented. Oh my God. The nigga cut hair and give off the interview like, nah, man, this nigga need a raise. Nah, this nigga need a raise. Damn.
It's just logic. There's no emotion here.
So they were talking about buying your life rights, because they rejected the bankruptcy.
No, this is what happened. Let's be clear.
Right.
It says that the lawyer and the trustee sent a letter saying they wanted to sell my life rights. Now, anyone that would buy my life rights would be a dumbass. I'm a public figure. So when Aaliyah's movie came out, that was unauthorized. I was cleared anything from it. You don't have to clear my life rights to say something. So I just believe that, again, they send a letter, the Breakfast Club amplifies it, tries to make it a headline.
Yeah.
And while I'm doing business, they want to bring up the word bankruptcy again and all those things. But again, they don't bring up anything positive that's going on. There's always a negative within the positive, and then it's always a shout out back to Homeboy. Always.
Of course, Homeboy being Jay-Z.
To amplify it more, they go, oh, maybe 50 wants to buy it. Maybe Cameron wants. And isn't that the same narrative as Paid in Full? Another story that you don't have to buy the rights, it's public domain. What people have to understand is anything that's in the news, you do not have to buy anymore. It's free. It's public domain. So it would be stupid for anyone to think that what would buy. You could Google Dame Dash documentary right now, and there's like 2 or 3. And they're using my footage and pictures that my family owns. But I don't care. Remember when we the Lifetime, and then they used our interview and our footage.
Right.
That wasn't authorized. So that's an advertisement for stupid shit, period. And also he's trying to line me up so I could say something so that it would appear it's a gray area so I could get investigated. So this is all them trying to line me up. And that's what they're doing. They're trying to get me investigated. That's what they do. How could them if somebody that has charges is starting to still is able to function and talk about other people, then what do you think, what is that called? They themselves said that the reason why I was being investigated was because of the Breakfast Club interview. Then they referenced me saying I lined you up. What the f would get me investigated for saying that? It's an advertisement so corporate doesn't fuck with me. It's torturous interference.
Okay, man, I love Dame, but, again, I think, Dame is blending the truth with some narrative. Is it true that they could be creating a narrative against him? Yes, but is it true that Charlamagne is up there with the actual grape and everyone is turning their back on it? Yes, he did get accused of some nasty things, but he was not actually charged and convicted for grape. So, he's kind of blending his own narrative with it. Nevertheless, shout out to Dame Dash. We love you forever. One of the ghosts in hip hop. For sure. Let's keep it going. All right.